What's up, folks? Man Amazing here, and welcome back to the channel. Let me start off by saying I apologize for being away once again. Really trying to make this my last time doing that. As much as I love game development and trying to teach and help other people out, I really want to stay consistent with that. So to do that, I'm going to be making some changes and additions to the channel. I didn't really want to make a separate video for this. So right off the bat, we're going to get right back into tutorials. At the moment, I'm going to do one video a week, just until I can build up my library again. But there's going to be weeks where I might drop 2 or 3 videos, a 5-part series here and there. But consistently, it's going to be one video a week, and it'll probably be on Fridays. Also, I started me a GUMROAD where I'm going to be selling assets as well as giving away free assets. I already have one in the works now. It's actually just about complete. You guys should see a few videos on how to set it up in a day or two. And when you see that, you're gonna know that it's live and you guys can check it out, support the channel, and use it in your projects any way you see fit. Also, if you just want to support the channel, there's gonna be a PayPal link in my description. I've been asked about it before. Never paid it too much mind. But if you guys want to donate to the channel to help out the channel, help me as a developer, that's great. You'll find that in the description below. Alright, so let's get to the video. So this video is about getting audio set up in the engine. Now I have a previous video about this, but for some reason it's cropped inward for some reason as the video as you watch it on YouTube. Don't know why that is, but I figured I'd do an updated video on some of the older tutorials since Lumberyard has refactored a lot of code, and we'll go from there. So the first thing we want to do is have the engine closed. You can reload the audio and do all this while the engine is loaded, but just for the ease of things, I'd rather you close the engine and make sure you have WISE installed on your computer. You can do that through the setup assistant, and it'll look like this when you have the launcher. And we want to do is launch WISE 64-bit LTX. Let's open that up. For using an existing project, you want to navigate to the path you see here. If you're using a starter game or the sample project as a tester, you want to navigate to sounds and WISE _ project. If you are coming from a brand new project, I was going to do a video on that. Still might. I just been having real trouble trying to start a fresh project with Lumberyard for 1.15. It's been kind of irritating, so I might not be a video on that for a while. So let's go ahead and open up samples projects. That's what I'm using. All right, and this is going to be the main window that you see when you open up the editor. Now, if you're familiar with programs like Reason, Pro Tools, Logic, programs like that, basically a DAW, then it should be pretty much familiar to you, or some of the settings should be familiar. You can also actually set up your sounds in those programs and just bring it into here for exporting to the engine. All right, so we're not going to go over everything because I still have to play around and master this program as well. But the 2 things that we want to focus on is audio tab and the events tab, and also this button here, generate sound banks, which is the last final thing that we do when we're done adding the audio to the engine, to the program. So we're going to add an audio under actor mixer hierarchy right here. Let's drop this down under samples project, and I'm just going to right click, new child, virtual folder, and I'm going to call this YouTube sandbox. Okay, and let's right click on that, and I want to import audio files. So here is going to come up a window where you can add a folder of files or separate files. We want to make sure the imports has a sound effect. And I'm going to go to add files. I'm going to go to desktop, and a Beretta M9 sound I found on a free sound website. Open that, and let's import that. Now, if I was to click on that sound, and you see different settings pop up for the sound, and hit play, you have gunshot sound. Cool, huh? So now to get this to communicate with the transport layer in Lumberyard, we want to go to events and under sample project again. Actually, not sample project. It's going to add another folder under the default work list or work unit. We're going to call this YouTube Sounds. This is just for your organization within the Wise editor. So right now I'm just giving default words, but you want to set it up properly so it means something like footsteps, fighting sounds, gun sounds, etc. All right, so we want to right click on there. We want to go to new child, and we want to do a play. Now play is just a simple trigger that plays the sound. So we want to hit play. And we want to call this, let's call it gunshot. All right, so when you do that, it's going to be looking for a target. So we want to go over to audio and get the one that we imported in and drag it over to target. Right, now if we play that, now we have an event play execution that plays the gun sound that we imported. So we want to go to project, let's save that. Let's go to generate sound banks. All right, now that that's completed, let's go ahead and hit close. We can minimize this or actually close it. And now let's open the engine and get the sound working. All right, so here we are in a default level setup in Lumberyard. So real quick, we want to go to tools. We'll go to other. And we're going to open audio controls editor. Now we want to drag this window over because it's scrunched up for some reason. All right, so you'll see here gunshot. That is our event that we created inside of Wise. So what I'm going to do here is make another folder. We're going to call it, I don't know, weapon sounds. All right, and I'm going to right click and go to add and go to trigger. Trigger is basically the same thing from Wise. The play button is basically a one-shot trigger that triggers once and it plays the sound. So you want to hit trigger. Let's call it M9 gunshot. And we want to take the gunshot and drag it over. And before we do anything, we need to save it so it can make all the connections. Otherwise, it's not going to play this. Go to File, Save All, and if we right click on gunshot and hit execute. Yep, it plays. So folks, there you have it. We got our first sound into the engine. So now you should know how to open up Wise, import a sound, link it to an event, open the engine, link the event to a audio control inside the engine, sync it up, and there you have it, folks. We have sound in the engine. Hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. Right now you should be able to open up Wise, import sounds, link it to an event, and then link that event to a control inside the audio control editor inside of Lumberyard to get the sound playing. But yeah, glad to be back making videos. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you did not, let me know what I can do better. If you guys have any suggestions, anything you guys are stuck on, anything you guys need help with, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to share the video if you can. And yeah, hope you guys are having a very dope day. And always remember to keep developing.